Welcome to TacoSgeeks.com. Justin here, back with more fall anime 2023 coverage. And today we are going to be reviewing the series premiere of the anime Shangri-La Frontier. As always, I give you a brief synopsis. So without further ado, here we go. Hizutome only cares about one thing: beating crappy VR games. He devotes his entire life to these buggy games and can clear them all in his sleep. One day he decides to challenge himself and play a popular god tier game called Shangri-La Frontier, but he quickly learns that how difficult it actually is. Will his expert skills be enough to uncover its hidden secrets? As a gamer, I really did enjoy this one, especially one who plays RPGs. I'm not really too much into online MMOs or RPGs of that nature, but what I think does well here is that in this particular show, we do get a balance of real world and the actual virtual reality world as well. And we follow Hizutome. He's a character who's just obsessed with beating garbage games. And those who are in the YouTube verse and watch other YouTubers, there are people actually like this who love to play and analyze and try to beat some of the worst games ever made. And I think I could relate to that because for me, it's not in terms of gaming, but for me, I like to watch some of the worst films ever made because it's just, for me, it's just hilarious. I just love to break it down, like why did you do this shot and things like that. So I can relate to Hizutome and his passion of beating garbage virtual reality games. And one thing I really liked about this is the fact that we do get that balance of the real world and the VR world. We get enough time to see his personality and how he is in the real world. He's a schooler. He's in school. He's the second year. He has this girl that has a crush on him that cannot reveal anything. She's shy. She can't find the words yet. And the only thing he has on the one-track mind is trying to find the most crappiest games. And what I love how when he has kind of beaten them all, the woman at the game shop kind of recommends SLF, which obviously stands for the title, which is Shangri-La Frontier. And he's like, you know what? Let me give this a shot. And I love the way they built the world up. I love how they make the rules of the RPG rules go. And he's really a beast at what he does. He's really good at gaming and he's really good at these RPGs. But one thing I really did enjoy in watching is his progress. I will have to also say this on a side note. The first 5 minutes had me laughing out loud. I had to really control my volume because I was on the bus watching it. And the first 5 minutes, it was so shocking. I did not expect this. And it's just him playing this crappy game. His avatar. They're showing in the perspective of the actual virtual world. And the protagonist does something. The player actually does something that, for me, I would have loved to do to certain Final Fantasy VII characters, certain characters in Final Fantasy, certain characters in Persona, especially at the beating a hard boss and your teammates ain't doing crap or they ain't do enough damage and you're doing all the work. He does something that I think a lot of gamers will wish they could do to some of these NPCs in the RPG world. But backtracking, let me get back to it. Animation is stellar. I love how visual it looks. It's very beautiful, very well done. Voice acting is top notch, top tier here. Like I said, I think the performances really make this anime just a must watch this season. So far, I'm really into it. I like the characters, I like the world that's being built here. I'm curious to see where they're gonna go with it, and if they're gonna keep the balance of the actual virtual world and actually how Hizutome is in real life as well. So overall, I'm gonna give this a must watch. I'm gonna give it a watch it rating. Of course, we do watch it, put it in your list or queue or skip it, and I'm gonna give this a watch. This has been fairly entertaining. I like the characterization, I like the world building, and it doesn't feel samey right now. It's mainly because they kind of introduced this guy who only plays crappy games, and now he's deciding to actually test how he really is against a game that's considered top tier. So I'm very curious to see how episode 2 is going to go. This is Justin from TacoSgeeks.com. If you like what we do here and you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, feed that algorithm, help us out, appreciate it. And if you're watching this on TacoSgeeks.com, by all means, browse our website, check out our coverage of Toy Fair 2023. Check out our upcoming coverage of New York Comic Con. Check out our podcast and the whole enchilada. Also, on a side note, my fourth book in my fourth book and third book in my Cry Hero series. My comic book is going to be on Amazon Kindle on Halloween, so I'll leave the link in the description so you can get the whole bundle from Cry Hero 1, Cry Hero 2. My name is Rachel, and of course the upcoming Cry Hero 3 commencement. So thank you for all your support. Appreciate it. Later days, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.